Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing something a little different. I have been biking, of course, but indoors, and it's been kind of boring and kind of cold and wintry and all that sort of stuff. So I figured this was a good time period in the sort of off-season, base season, whatever, to where I could afford to not necessarily slack off, but slack off and do something different, which is finish getting my private pilot's license, which is something I had been working on since August of last year, 2023, and had to take a pause because I was going back to school. And then I started a new job and all sorts of whatever. And so I finally got a chance to get back to it starting in December. And I'm kind of on the tail end of it here. I soloed about a month ago, which was super cool, and I should have recorded, but I just, I was kind of in awe, and so busy and preoccupied and whatever. But yeah, I'm sort of planning to fly today, and I say sort of planning to fly today because this is what we're dealing with. I am planning to fly out of here, 52J Juliet. But you can see there's some rain being reported. Now, it's not raining where I currently am, but the radar's not signaling the best stuff for as it stands right now. I mean, you can see it's kind of trending away. As to how long that's going to take, maybe another 30 minutes or so, but we'll kind of have to wait and see. I mean, I've been looking at the daily weather here, and according to the forecast, it's reporting we should have VFR at the nearest airport in by 2 p.m. ish. So what I think we're gonna do is I'm gonna eat my little lunch. I'm gonna drive out there, and we'll see what the weather is and report back. Then. Hopefully this is a fly day. If it's not, I mean, I'm not feeling pressured to do a fly day. If it's not, then this video will just never see the light of day. So let's do it. Okay, we have arrived at the field. You can kind of see through the window. It looks pretty darn clear. It's a lot less overcast over here. There's a couple of little wispy clouds out here, probably, 800 feet or something. And then a lot of overcast over there. So, I mean, our intended direction of flight is that way. And you can see over here, there's still a few little wispy clouds. So it should be clearing up as time passes on here. Worst case, we'll just kind of fly in the pattern here. I just want to give it like 20-ish minutes or so just to like get those out of the way. I mean, those small clouds really shouldn't be an issue, but again, if I decide that it's not worth flying, it's not worth flying. But it gives me a good opportunity to copy over some information I need to for checklist and weight and balance stuff to my iPad, which I haven't 100% done. So I'll be doing that, and we'll check in later here. All right, we have the plane out on the ramp here. There's actually people here at the airport. There's almost never people here. The skies have cleared up a good bit. I checked the weather at Darlington. Doesn't seem like that's going to be a great option. We'll just keep an eye on it and listen to it. It's not too far away, and we can go to Hartsville. Either way, we're going to need to stop somewhere to get gas. We're not super low, but we might as well just for tomorrow. I've got a potential cross country to do, so I want to make sure I have plenty of gas to do so. So let's go ahead and get started up, and we'll circle back when we're taxiing.
All right, we are sitting just by the threshold. We'll take off here shortly. Well, we won't. We got to do our run up and stuff like that, but we'll do it on the teardrop. So we'll make our call. We'll check 2-4. Wind's favoring that. Looks like only 3 to 5 knots if headwind down the runway, so it should be all right. Let's check our left here. Well, let's make the call, and then we'll check it. Bishopville traffic, Cessna 60399 is going to back taxi to runway 24, Bishopville. Okay. We'll check 6 first. Not seeing anyone on final, no one on downwind for 6, and we'll kind of creep forward here. Check final. I got no one on downwind that I can see for 2-4, but that's behind me. No one on final. We're good to go. I'm going to transition to my sunglasses here. I'm excited. I have a new pair coming in hopefully this upcoming week, but for now these will do. Alright, oil temp's good. We're ready for the run-up, so let's go to our checklist here. Mixture rich. Throttle to 1700. Alright, check our magnetos. Left mag, so about 100 or so. Back to both. Right mag, it's about 75. Back to both. Full carb heat, it's about 150. Alright. All our engine instruments look good. Ammeter, we're neutral. Suction gauge at 3.7 and throttle to idle. All looks good. Carb heat on. All good. Alright. And throttle back to 1000. Turn our beacon on. We don't need any nav lights. And takeoff briefing, we have about 3,000 feet of runway here to work with. I should be up about 200 feet past that intersection. If I lose the engine or can't take off by that point, then I'll just bring it to a stop on the tarmac. If we lose the engine and there's runway still under us after we've taken off, then we'll just go ahead and bring it back down the tarmac and safely bring it to a stop. If we lose the engine below 1,200 feet, we are going to try and find the best suitable landing spot ahead of us. There's a row of trees right after the runway, but with a field in between. But after those trees is a field, so we'll find whatever is best suitable. And if we lose the engine above 1,200 feet, we're going to try and turn back in a steep turn to get back to the runway. And if that's not a viable option for whatever reason, we have plenty of fields to work with. Alright, takeoff briefing complete. Bishopville traffic, Cessna 60399 are taking off runway 24, Bishopville. Alright. We got 24 on the line. Too far on our compass. Carb heat's cold. Should be good to go. Let's roll. Engine looks good. Airspeed's coming alive. A little bit of right rudder. 45 knots. Looking for 50. Get some pressure off. Stay in that ground effect. Alright. Set sunshade down. And let's pitch for 70. Alright. Turn our cabin heat off. That's why I'm roasting. Alright. Past 700. Still at about 2.4. Go ahead and kill the AC now that cabin heat's off. That was our problem. Check our left here. Check our right. Let's go ahead and start that crosswind here. Bishopville traffic, Cessna 60399 is turning left crosswind. Going to be departing the pattern to the northeast here in Bishopville. I think we're going to head towards Hartsville. I'm just seeing that fine layer of clouds we were seeing earlier. But I'm going to climb to 2,500 feet and we'll investigate. We'll investigate further is basically the vibe here. It's just hazy. Hazy and like few clouds. Alright, I got eyes on Hartsville. It looks plenty clear. We can head towards Darlington and see what's what. But for now we'll just continue as is. Alright, we are level at 2,500. Hartsville is, as expected, completely clear. No clouds overhead. I can go ahead and show you. It's right there, right down there. Completely clear. I mean, there's a few clouds over to the left here, but we're going to head on forward and see what we can see in Darlington, which actually I have eyes on Darlington already, and it looks clear thus far. So we'll plan to do that, refuel there, and okay, just got the weather for Darlington. Looks like we've got wind at 210 at 8 knots. It's clear, 10 miles visibility. Temperature dew point spread's good, and 2982 for our altimeter. We have the choice of 2 runways, 05 and 23. Wind's coming at 21 at 8 knots, so we're doing 23, which will be on the far side. So we'll kind of come around and just join the left downwind for 23 will be the plan. Got 500 feet of runway, plenty to work with today, and it should be just fine. All right, we're about 7 miles out from Darlington. It's been probably a minute since I last spoke, and that's just to say that this is not that far away, which you kind of expect. We're going to go ahead and start our descent here and join the left downwind for 23, which should be pretty straightforward. I can go ahead and decrease the throttle just a little bit. Coming from 2400 pattern altitude here is 1200. Sorry, just tightening my seatbelt. And yeah, going about 80 knots, absolutely screaming. And just monitoring for traffic in clouds. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399ers, 5 miles southwest, joining left downwind for 23. Darlington. Alright, we'll go ahead and do our gumps check while we're here. We have our gas is on, our gear is down and locked, our mixture is full rich, our power is where we want it to be for now, and our seatbelts are secure. Alright, go ahead and bring down our first notch of flaps here, 10 degrees. Looks good. And Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399ers on left downwind for 23, Darlington. Okay, we got 70 knots locked in, flying ideal heading, and we're going a very reasonable descent rate. We're just passing 1,000. Alright, we can prepare to turn base here. It's about 45 degrees, let's do it. Check left, right, no eyes on anyone. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399ers turning left base for 23, Darlington. Alright, turning base, out of upper power, pull that RB. Good, tamper it down. Still got a bit more on the space turn. 800 feet. Should be alright. Only problem is me landing in the sun, which is okay. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399ers turning final for 23, Darlington. So you can steepen up this turn just a bit. We don't have happies on this side, which is alright. Let's go 20 degrees flap. So we got a lot of runway. Go ahead and start killing power a bit here. Try and pitch for 60 knots. Alright. 300 feet. Over the runway. Hard to kill power, full power out. Alright, come on. Oh, that was flat. Well, we landed. Flaps up. Let's go ahead and get some air braking.
Alright, we have landed. Hey, there she is. Wind's doing wind things. Time to get some gas and get out of here, basically. I mean, we flew here, and then we'll probably do a couple of approaches, just because, and then see where that takes us. So let's get that fuel filled. How about it? Whew, that hose fights me. It doesn't quite retract the way I want it to. All right, fuel is as it seems. I think I'm just blind or unable to count or something. So let's get this sucker started, taxi on back, and roll around. We're not really rolling out of here. We're rolling around here. And let's do this. I'll check back in whenever we are about to take off.
All right, our run-up checks are complete. We're going to go ahead and take off, and we'll try and do about 3 takeoffs and landings. We'll do touch and goes, of course. See where it goes. And we'll keep an eye and check 2-3 for final and all that sort of stuff. But Darlington County traffic, Cessna 60399er is going to be taking off from runway 23 and remaining in the pattern. Darlington. All right. Go ahead and get this sucker to turn. Not seeing anyone on final for 2-3. Not seeing anyone anywhere in the pattern that I can see. We should be all right. Okay, let's roll. Kill our AC, don't need it. Should have done that earlier. Alright, airspeed's alive. We're 40 knots, searching for 50, 45. There's 50. Let's get some weight off the nose. Up, let's stay in ground effects, stay in ground effects, stay in ground effects. That's 60. Pitch for 70. We're up in the air. All is good. Wind is right down the runway. Let's get our trim starting to set here. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399er is turning left crosswind for 23, Darlington. We're running a little faster than we need to. Our ideal climb speed's about 72 knots. So we're shooting for 70. But I keep hitting 60 because I'm a rascal, to put it simply. Ooh. We can hold it a little bit. Didn't go quite 90. Oh, that's much better. Get a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and let's hit that downwind. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399er is turning left downwind for 23, Darlington. Alright, we'll try not to land as flat this time. That's 1,200 feet. We can go ahead and level out here. Go ahead and do our gumps check. We have our gas is on, our gear is down and locked, our mixture is full rich, our power, we can actually come back just a little bit. I say that every time, but it's true. And our seatbelts are secure. So we can maintain this power for the time being. I like it. About 2,500 RPM. We could really go to 2,400, but honestly, airspeed's fine. So bring it back to bed. I want to start a very slight descent. My defense is that I wanted to descend. Busy on the highway down here today. Alright, that's midfield. We can go ahead and bring down 10 degrees of flap. We're at 80 knots, so it's perfectly fine to do so. I'll try and pitch for 70 knots here. A little bit of trim. Getting pushed a little more left than I planned, and I keep kind of getting pulled towards the runway. Need to try and keep my spacing. But we're good at 70 knots, 2,100 RPM. decent descent. We're just passing 1200. We can actually pull back power just a little bit more. It's about 30 degrees-ish. We'll wait a little bit before we start our base leg. Had no idea where that was. Okay. Alright, we're good to turn base. No one left, no one right. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399er, turning left base for 23, Darlington. Alright, is that a bump of power? Pull carb heat. Oh, it's kind of hard to pull. Second I thought I was pulling my primer, and I was like, what? Just because of how hard it was to pull. Alright. 950-ish feet. Keep this turn up. We're honestly going to keep it, see it all the way through. Last time I came out of the turn a little wide, so we'll narrow it out. Yeah. Darlington County traffic, Cessna 60399er, turning final for 23, Darlington. Alright, let's get that sun out of our eyes. Not too shabby. I think I'm a little lower than I'd like to be, but okay, we can come down for 20 degrees flap. It's about 60 knots. Need to add a bit more power. Sinking a little faster than I'd like to. No, we might be a little bit high, but that's okay. A lot of water we're flying over currently, so it gets a little bumpy. And a little gust from the right, which was a bit strange. Remember. Alright, power's out. Go ahead, start pulling back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Oh yeah, much better. Let's roll. Flaps up. Carb in. 50 knots. Darlington traffic, Cessna 60399er is on the go on 23. Darlington. Okay. That's one. Okay, my camera unfortunately died, and, well, part of it dead, and I was recharging it the whole time, but I didn't get an opportunity to record that landing, which was perfectly fine, because it was a straight-in, long landing, so, such is life. Let's go through our, shutdown checklist here, and, put this thing up. Alright, transponder 2, standby, carb heat cold, landing light off. That doesn't apply to us. Flaps up. Flaps are up. Avionics off. Alright. That actually,
And there you have it. A successful flight. let's record our Hobbs and tack and get on out of here. I gotta get some dinner. It's almost that time, and it's actually exactly that time for my cats, and those are the needy ones. So let's see here. Go ahead and see what we did today. 18 May. Forgot to write these down for the last one, but that's okay because I was the last one to fly, so I can trust my numbers. Tack is 4, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6. That's pretty fun. And then our Hobbs, which is what counts, is 832.3, which is 1 even. So we did 1.6 today with 5 takeoffs and landings. Really, the landings are what matter. So good job, everyone. Thank you for watching. Should be more flight stuff in the future. I'll have to determine a good way to get some exterior shots, but I had fun today. There goes a Mooney. Oh, we can't see him. We can hear him though. But yeah, more solo adventures to come. We have I have my, I guess, practice long cross country, or part of it, hopefully tomorrow. It depends on weather and all that, as does everything. And assuming that happens, then I should be good to do my long cross country soon here. Again, depending on weather, we're supposed to get snow, which is kind of shocking at the beginning of this week. And hopefully it clears up by next weekend. Everything does, and I can do my long cross country then and record that. Either way, I'm excited. I'm on sort of the tail end of this. I got a few more I's and T's to cross off. I've already taken my practical exam. I've done my night flying portion, other than doing cross country at night, which we'll do. And yeah, just a couple other things, and then hopefully within the next 2-3 weeks I can start to think about scheduling a check ride and getting this thing done for certain. But until then, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more biking and plane content at this point. That's what we've become. Yeah. Peace.